Hello friends. World number one, Scotty Scheffler, he just lapped the field basically at the Bay Hill. And of course his golf swing has elements that appear unconventional. And the commentary about it just seems to be yucking up the fact that it looks like he shouldn't be able to keep his balance or in fact win. Well, obviously he can win. And here's what I see. If you look at how he prepares for a golf shot, his practice swings, rehearsal swings as I like to call them, have very little wrist action. He keeps the arms and club in a straight line almost all through the process. Now that's essentially eliminating wrist action, and I don't know which one comes first, but combined with a fairly weak left-hand grip, which is a somewhat ambiguous term, meaning that the hand is turned slightly to the left of where many of us put the hand, so that the thumb is near the top of the club, the net result is that the club face above his shoulder is what they call open. It's hanging straight down. It's not parallel to the left forearm. Now that open club face needs to be squared, and he has enormous core power that allows him to do it with his arms and body rather than some extra work with the hands. So he's eliminated the wrist action, and he needs to do what they call an early hit. He's essentially built one in because he hasn't hinged his wrist very much. Now, Jack Nicklaus said that you can't hit too early. Tiger Woods, in a similar remark, said that he likes to keep the club in front of him on the downswing. Both of those essentially are dealing with the same issue. With the open club face, Scotty Scheffler has to work with his body very powerfully to get that club square again, but not hook, which is always the bane of great golfers. And golf, like every other mechanical application, has an equal and opposite effect. It's, I think, Newton's third law. So for every action, there's an equal and opposite one. So if he's having to fight very hard to hit early to square up the club, he's using this core strength to push the club down and forward at obviously great speed. He hits the ball super distances. Now, if you've got something going down and forward, you've got something else going up and back. But if you fall onto your left side, then he would hit too steeply. So he has to keep just long enough to hit the ball, a tenth of a second, keep to the right of the ball, or what they call behind the ball with his head. And that means that there's virtually no weight on the right foot, I'd say zero. And it's lifting and pushing back. And that's where that unusual follow-through comes from. It's not that unusual, in that a great champion from Britain called Peter Oosterhuis used to do it, and if I'm not mistaken, Greg Norman from Australia.